entertainment networks is a multicultural diverse world in one place, has celebrity supporters, and provides various entertainment services like branding, hosting, speaking, press kits, live interviews, and more. Just head over to www.cheenllc.com to find out more. Thank you for your support. Hey, get your live stream ad slots on a platform with celebrity followers, invigorated speakers, business gurus, and more. Go to www.cheenllc.com/services to learn more. Thank you so very much for your support, and don't hesitate, get your slots today. It can be challenging getting people to give you an actual review on websites like Google, Yelp, Consumer Fair, and Better Business Bureau. However, celebrity event host Chelsea Warmington can give you a true business review. Go to www.cheenllc.com to learn more. Hey, get your live stream ad slots on a platform with celebrity followers, invigorated speakers, business gurus, and more. Go to www.cheenllc.com/services to learn more. Thank you so very much for your support, and don't hesitate, get your slots today. Give a shout out to my sponsors, Deeper Entertainment, GT Digital, to TB IHE Wholesale Warehouse in Douglasville, Georgia, to Feisty by Wisdom Cosmetics, to Organic Yardy Organic Products Reaching You Naturally, to Bleen, BLINE, for the face mask and merch, and also to Tima's Accessory for providing me with the accessories. Hey, greetings and blessings, everyone. This is yours truly, Empress Chazzy Wormington, aka All That Chaz, aka Lucas Slayer. Listen, guys, we got something to talk about. Got to talk about this Mr. Weaver person. Hold on just 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. Got to talk about Mr. Weaver, y'all. Doing too much. He is doing too much. All right, guys. I know y'all heard all that in the background. So it's my rabbit. He's doing enough. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go. That's better. All right. Okay. So, guys, this guy, Alan Weaver of Alan Weaver Services, he has several businesses. He's in Lagrange, Georgia, and he was recorded by allegedly a former employee of him allegedly stating very derogative and evil, cruel things, and pretty much making terrorist threats and making death threats to melanin people. Which the last time I checked, if someone threatens your life, they're supposed to be charged for it. So the FBI and the the police, the sheriffs are investigating, and they say so far in the report on the news that the voices that are being heard is this employee, this now former employee named Dylan, and also they hear Mr. Weaver, but they're saying that they can hear Alan Weaver doing most of the talking, and he's the one that's saying things about murdering and killing and harming black people and killing the women, black women, their children, and even the babies. So, guys, when I tell you all, I say this over and over and over again. Racists tolerate people that they're racist against. Whoever they discriminate against, that's they just tolerate you. They don't like you, they don't care anything about you, but they will continue to take your money. They will continue to build their success off of you in any form or fashion. So, with that stated, you had these type of individuals who feel like they are entitled, to say whatever they want to say and have no consequences behind it. But me personally, I take it very serious, and I definitely take offense to him threatening my life because I am a melanin woman. In his eyes, I'm a black woman. So the fact that he specifically stated that, I feel like I need to get justice. And I hope that we all together collectively as melanin people here in the state of Georgia, definitely in the state of Georgia, um, file a class action lawsuit against him, civil rights um, lawsuit, violation lawsuit against it, and also for threatening our lives, um, endangerment of our lives. Because anytime somebody threatens your life, they're endangering your lives. Because I was trying to find a picture of him, but there's different pictures, and I noticed with this dude, with him, that there's not really a website that I could find. I've been looking for an actual website where I could go to the website, because normally if you go to the website, they'll show. Well, let me rephrase that. Sorry, I found a website, but I could not find a picture of him. I was trying to specifically find a picture of him so that I can show people how he looked, but I'm not able to find a picture of him because I don't know how he looked. So there's pictures that have shown up under that name, but I can't say it's the actual person who said. I can't state verbatimly, okay, this is the Alan Weaver who stated what he stated and made the terroristic threats and threatened the lives of melanin people. So, with that stated, I'm just I'm not comfortable with this person being loose out here in the streets and having, free access the way he does to be mobile. Because to me, it's like he's going to be given the opportunity, he's given a chance and the opportunity to actually um, follow up on his threats. You threaten somebody's life, you know, that's supposed to get a charge, what, like a third degree attempted murder or something like that, or I forgot what the dang, I can't think of it right now, but there's a legal term for it. So for me, being a melanin woman, and of course having a melanin child, I really take offense to this man threatening our lives like that, and I don't take it lightly at all. And I really do hope the GBI, I'm sorry, I said the FBI, I'm sorry, not the FBI, but the FBI is getting ready to get involved too. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because anytime you make those kind of terroristic threats and hate crimes like that, it automatically be investigated also by the FBI. So, they're going to eventually get involved as well. But I just didn't like the fact that this man threatened the life of melanin people, and he's out here walking around free. He needs to be arrested, because there's no end if what's and buts about it that he stated it, and he just needs to be locked up. So I don't know about you guys, but me, as like I stated, as a melanin woman, I am. I'm not going to just sit back and take down because because somebody threatened my life. It's no different than if you threaten the life of a cop. What do? They're going to lock you up. They're going to hold you accountable for it. So why should they hold him accountable for threatening the life of millions of people? Of course, he couldn't kill every last one of us, but the thing is, the fact that he wants to, and the fact that he said that he would if he had his way in Lagrange, that he would kill every single black person, the women, the children, or any black people that pretty much come there, any black people he come around or come across, that he would kill them. And he was like, black people don't need guns, so we getting guns and we're gonna take over the white people, and then the white people are gonna become the minority race, which is actually already is. So I don't know why they keep labeling themselves, the racists that is keep labeling white as the dominant race in a group of people, and they're not. Melanin people are the dominant group of people, even though we get way less, and not even just with those born and raised in America, but you have Africans that come over that become citizens. So anyone who is a citizen that is melanin or considered black here in the United States, we outnumber. Okay, so and I'm not talking about um, with other Caucasian or Caucasus groups of people like Asians and Hispanics and um, Mid Easterns. I'm not talking about any of those. I'm talking about if they really want to talk about like the westernized European whites in comparison to melanin people, we're actually the majority. So, but this is the psychology and thinking of these narcissistic evil monsters. So that's how they think. They're comfortable with thinking idiotically and stupid like that. Whatever. But I just wanted to make sure that I address this because we, as melanin people, we're constantly we're constantly battling. We're constantly fighting for our lives. Like literally, we're constantly fighting for our lives. We're always battling for our lives. We're always um, just it's like we can't win from losing sometimes. So it seems. So it seems. So I got to throw that in there. So it seems. But that's the thing. Like they want to wear us down. They want us to stop fighting for our rights. They want us to just give up. They want to tire us out. They want to make us exhausted. It's just like how this racist governor Kemp here in the state of Georgia, with these unfair laws and that he has now. The only thing that I will say and agree to with this bill, hear me out, melanin people, damn it, because I'm not for the whole bill at all. I'm not even for the bill, period, because I know that it's predatory and it's to be racially discriminative, because we know that this man has a history of doing things to sabotage people for the ability to vote. We know this. He's been sued by the state of Georgia. Stacey Adams has taken him to court quite a few times for violation of people's civil rights, and it always had to do with voting. And so we know that he has a history of doing this. And the former governor, shame on that former governor, I forgot his name, what Deal, something like that, uh, Nate, Nate Deal, Nate, whatever that man's name is. Shame on him for not putting a stop to it and for not standing up for Georgians and not and for allowing this man to run for governor, knowing that he has convictions of violating voters' civil rights, that he has violated Georgians, legal Georgian citizens' rights to try to suppress them from voting or prevent them from voting altogether. He should have never ever had the opportunity and the chance to run for governor in the first place. So I'm going to say that. But see, that's the thing. Racists look out for each other. They're gonna look out for each other. They're gonna help the other one get into office and get these political seats and parties. And it's just, it's not about them worrying about every no voting scam. First and foremost, they didn't even find any kind of issues with no kind of voting scams here in the state of Georgia. They didn't find any fraudulent ballots or anything voting ballots. So there's no reason for them to do it. The only reason they are doing this is because the U.S. Senate is blue now. The Democrat for the state of Georgia is blue, and that's why they're upset. And also because their homeboy number 45 has wasn't reelected. So it's a retaliation, and they're trying to use the law and use their positions and their authorities and powers to violate people's rights by trying to suppress their rights to vote in that form or fashion because they feel okay, well we'll find ways to suppress you guys from voting, and also even though the lines are going to be long, you're not going to be able to give them food or drinks or anything like that unless you are a food server, which is the most ludicrous mess ever. So again, they're doing things trying to plot and cause problems and cause division. So when stuff like that happen, we already know what time it is because again, had this U.S. State Senate for Georgia been red, all Republicans, if the Republican Party would have won, and had number 45 been back in office, none of this would exist. None, it wouldn't be an issue at all. So we know what time it really is, and the fact that they try to play on our intelligence and try to make us feel like we're dumb, like we're stupid, like we don't know what's going on. That what really just even makes it's like it adds salt to a wound, or open wound, that's unhealed. So we got to stand up for ourselves, melanin people. We can't just take down, and all these melanin people want to argue with each other over stupid stuff when they could be standing up fighting for the rights. I mean, it just amazes me how if a celebrity is going to be doing a signing, the lines would be long, like no, everybody would be going there. Look at the nightclubs. The nightclubs be more packed than the city hall or the state capitol when it comes to our rights to vote and when our rights are being violated. So that says a lot about the priorities of people, where their mindsets is. So I put it to you this way: if you're not trying to be part of the problem and the solution, then you're being a part of the solution to the problems, then you're being a contributor to the problem, and that's just the way it is. It's just factual. So but I'm going to go ahead and play this commercial right quick, guys, and I'll be right back with the remainder of my commentary. I didn't want to make this long because I'm not trying to give this man um, too much coverage. I just had to let you guys know what's going on, okay? So I'm going to play this commercial, and I'll be right back. So. You're rocking with Hollywood, I've been through the Hollywood. You're rocking with Hollywood, talking about what's hot today. You listening to Caliwood, where we party how we should. Hottest topics, hottest gossip, newest music, we got it. Yeah, Sandra Calloway, and you'll never know what she might say. She don't play, so just stay on. Be a hero or hero in someone's life by supporting my Gloves On campaign, advocating for those battling life-threatening chronic illnesses and diseases and disabilities. You can support by making a donation, signing my petition, and or sharing my Gloves On campaign with as many people as possible. Just go to www.zheenllc.com to get more details. Thank you so very much for caring. All right, guys, thanks for watching those commercials. But yeah, seriously though, we need to boycott these businesses that do these kind of things because we don't have to take down to them. We don't have to surrender and allow them to handle us like this and abuse us. So he has a lot of businesses. He's a successful business, prominent businessman in the state of Georgia. And we just going to have to bring people like that down. Anytime they start threatening especially when they're threatening our lives, it's one thing. You can be racist, have your preferences or whatever, but when you start threatening people's life and you start taunting people and start harassing people, trying to bully them and violate their civil rights and violate their human rights and things, then that's when it becomes a problem. So hopefully, um, this guy will face some serious consequences instead of getting a slap on the wrist, because oftentimes we know they get a slap on the wrist, and that's why they feel confident and continue on conducting themselves in such ill manners, because they don't feel like they have any true repercussions for their actions. You know, they feel like, okay, at the most, I probably get, house arrest or get probation or just get a fine, and I'm going to be out on the street living my best life. And that's not right. When someone sits up there and threatens to take away innocent people's lives solely because they don't like their skin, their life's not being physically, the person is not physically threatening or harming their lives in any form or fashion. They're not doing anything to them. They don't know them. I never even heard this man until, I heard this situation on the news. I would have never known about him. But since I do know about him, since he wanted to be seen and heard so much and so badly, I think we as melanin people, I don't care, we do not live in Lagrange, Georgia. If you are a melanin person, especially if you're here in the state of Georgia, we need to be boycotting every last one of his businesses. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start it. I'm going to do it on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh, that people are already boycotting him on Google and yep. Oh my gosh, boy, people are going in on him on his businesses. So they are. He already getting a lot of backlash, but please spread this word around, because see, people like that, they feel invincible. They feel like they don't have to. There's never going to be consequences for their actions, and that they don't um, have to they don't have to be accountable and have 100% full accountability and responsibility for their actions and for the things that they say and do, especially when they are intentionally targeting people with a hate crime. So that in itself is already, a felony. So he needs to be taken down, point blank period. So we need to be boycotting him. But thank you guys for listening, for watching. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, wait a minute. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or is that, yeah, tomorrow. It's supposed to be at 9 a.m. I'm hoping I can get up, and I hope I'm up. But if I am, then this is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about this veterinarian in Florida who molested a dog. Yeah, he's one sick puppy. He's sick. This is this sicko right here. This is this sicko. Sit up here raping dogs and stuff, molesting pets. He has tons of child pornography on his laptop, on his devices and stuff like that. Even his new devices and everything, he has tons of it. Um, oh, and that just remind me too, guys. But um, you guys just got to be careful who you have your family and your people around and stuff. Where you go to the doctors, and I think, to me, I think it needs to be mandatory that when doctors are doing surgeons, when they're doing surgeries and operations on people, anything where they have to put a person to sleep or sedate them, they need to have cameras. But this guy, he recorded himself, so his own his own devices incriminated him. Oh, and before I even go, guys, I forgot I had the the audio of this guy this Allen guy. I want you guys to hear what he stated. Okay, so here we go. I want you guys to listen to this. All right.
Lagrange, Georgia, they'd be some law here, and it would be my law, or either I'd die. And I'd probably wind up dying anyway, but I mean, my thing is, and because they did away with the guns, blacks were take over here, and you do away with the blacks. It's like on Lafayette Court.
Okay, so that's part one. Now I'm going to go ahead and play the other part, because for some reason this thing only be 30 seconds. I don't like this. They need to
Go down
be
through there, and it is, and you go all these other different places, and you kill every one of them. Women, children, babies, you kill them all. Go to the hospital, kill them all. And like I said, but you do away with the problem. And then you got a town that no, National Guard wants to come in, they'll wind up killing you, but at least you've done away with the problem.
Hey guys,
Down through there, and it is.
so he's pretty much, you hear him saying that, he wants to kill all the blacks. If he had his way, he'll kill all the blacks. All blacks must die, the women, including the women, the children, and even the babies. And that, that we don't need to have guns. And with us being able to have guns, we're going to take out all the white people. It's like paranoia. It's like when people know that they have a legacy of doing people wrong for so many years and generations. They understand that the cycle of life, what you dish out is what you're going to end up getting in the long run in return. And he understands this. And so he knows that eventually one day, and it may not even be in his lifetime here on the earth, but he knows that it eventually all of this dirt that you know illegal immigrants. That's that's the thing. Like, how they gonna those who? Okay, I'm just going to say this, and take it how you want it, but it's no secret. This is the thing. It's no secret. I can confidently state that every white person, that any person that's here that is non-melanin outside of the indigenous North Americans are immigrants. Let's just be realistic. As a matter of fact, well, because my mom is mixed on my mom's side, we are also mixed with Native American Indian. You know, so I can say that I could belong, but I also have descendancy of South Africa, of KwaZulu, of South America, Guyana, from Haiti, but we know from Barbados, but we understand that, and then guess what? A British too. But we understand that a lot of people came into these different islands and in different groups, even though there were on the Caribbeans, majority of Caribbeans, there were a lot of melanin people and also indigenous Indians. And I don't like people call them non-color. I don't like that. I think that's really insulting to call somebody non-color, but it's also insulting to call them colored. I do not like nobody to call me damn color. I am not colored. I'm melanin. I'm not damn color. And I hate when melanin people call each other and accept that. Stop accepting these degrading names and stuff. Like, they don't, what they have done, what the racists did is they say, these racist lawmakers, they say, okay, these are the three things that you're going to have to select from for us to be able to identify you as. That's not right. I'm not color. Okay. I'm not black. I am melanin. Melanin. And actually, I know my ethnicity, but guess what? Because I'm mixed, they can't even put they can't even put that under a particular group. Like, they can't even separate that on one particular group. Anyone who is, which most of us, if not all of us, are mixed. I don't think any of us is 100% per bloodline of a particular ethnicity or group or race of people these days. Not too many. There might be some, but not too many. So with that stated, they can't even just put us. They can't even just give us through, like in Nigeria, you Nigerian, or you from Lagos, or you're from Nala, you're from the different parts. Like, they have you will know where you're from. But here, United States, with us, it's melanin people, because our ancestors were kidnapped and forced to procreate here in America and also in North America, and forced into slavery and forced into free labor and all of this stuff to build this nation. um, they really can't put us in a category, so they just say, well, we're going to call you remember, at first it was Negroes, after the derogative in the word. Then they said, okay, we'll call you Negroes. Then it was Black Negroes. Then it was what was it? Then it was just Black, I think, and then it was just Black Americans, or yeah, it was just Black Americans. Then it was Black African Americans. But when you look at any other group, Why is it there? They don't have a separation for white European Americans because let's be realistic, they are the real immigrants. If we really want to get technical with it, I mean, let's be truthful. There's no other group of people if they're not indigenous North Americans. They should not even. If we were not born naturally, our ancestors, our bloodline was not seeded naturally by the universe in North America. We're damn immigrants. Shit, we all immigrants. So how in the world are they going to say that they're not immigrants and want to how to this? They trying to stop the Mexicans coming over. Y'all took half of their dang on freaking country. Mexico had Texas, they had Utah, Arizona, North Mexico, California, um, uh, dang, part of Colorado. They had dang, but all those states that was Mexico at one point in time. They stole it. They stole it. They killed the people. They displaced a lot of them as well, and they took their land and called it part of the United States. That's when the United States was just a colony. So I mean, like it's so much stuff that goes. Boy, I always have to give a history lesson with this, but the thing is, all you got to do is go to archive.gov. There you go. Library of Congress.gov. Hell, the information's there. Look it up. Research yourself. Find it. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I'm scared you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. But yeah, so it's just like we have to stand up for ourselves. But the same people who call us immigrants, you know, aren't immigrants. And you think about the fear that have to be, the fear. I think that's really why I'm gonna be realistic. I just thought about this right now. I think that's the real reason why they don't really want Hispanics coming over here, Mexicans particularly, to come to the United States because they know that they'll take over. Mexicans are smart. People be underestimating them, underestimating Mexicans. Mexicans are very smart and they're very business savvy. They're thinkers, they're analyzers, they're meticulous, and and they executioners. Like they plot, they execute, and they do it. Guess what? They do it all in silence. They don't never let the left hand know what the right hand do. They have a code of honor. So there, whatever going on in that household, and nobody fair to know about it. They keep it to themselves because they don't want other groups to find out what they're up to and what they're doing. All thing they own is shopping centers. They don't got this major construction company up. They don't build a high rise, and you be like, dang, okay, just see them, at in the parking lot at the labor, looking for work and stuff. But guess what? They're very disciplined and they're very patient, and they know how to save their money. And most of them don't put their monies in bank. They save their monies. That's why you rarely we go to, especially depending on how many people live in the house. This I've seen, and I'm not saying this to be discriminative at all, but I've dated Mexicans, so I know what I've seen, what I've been exposed to. There's always somebody there with gun ready. 9 out of 10. Um, if it's a family home, a single family dwelling, and they don't have other people living there to help build each other up because they're good about doing that. Asians are good about doing that. They'll sit there, they'll put their money together, they'll have their own susu by themselves, and they would build each other up and help each other get their own businesses, help each other get their own homes. And they're shoot, hell, they do some of them are starting to do like the Jewish. They just buy and start in the Catholics. They just started buying the whole community. Well, Jewish Catholics. They start buying, they'll just buy the whole community. They were like, the hell with that. We better own this whole community. All these blocks ought to belong to us. So everything that's on these blocks belong to us. So they reinvest in their communities, and they know that people in the communities are going to come to these shopping centers, are going to come and shop at these stores, at these Walmarts, at these Targets, these Krogers, the farmer markets. They're real smart. And melanin people out here fighting each other over BS. Yes, me said it. Fighting each other over BS. He say, she say. Oh, well, you not gonna let me lead, so I'm not gonna be a part of it. Everybody can't be a damn leader. Everybody cannot be a freaking leader. Like, are you kidding me? You know, everybody cannot be the head of the household. But you got people with that mentality. They can't lead. They don't want to help. If it's not their idea, they don't want to help. Or if it was their idea first, but they wasn't able to capitalize. Execute it before somebody else did, and they don't want to help. And I see that a lot. And that's why we're still fighting this fight. And I'm just going to be realistic about it, other than, the races that are in these, political positions and these powerful positions. But we don't vote their asses out. We don't come together, unite, and get petitions to vote them out. I think you only need like 100,000 to 120,000 signatures to get the governor out to vote your governor out of office. I tried to get melanin people to do it. They didn't want to do it. Nobody wanted to sign. Nobody, because I'm not a mainstream celebrity, but I guarantee you somebody like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, somebody with these big names, they come to them and they say, let's sign this petition, let's get this governor out there before it. They'll be with it with a heartbeat. Somebody like Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, they'll go for it with no problem. But somebody like me, because I'm not well known, I'm not no mainstream celebrity, they don't want to do it. I never heard of her before. I don't know who she is. Hell, I'm an open book. Go to my website, www.cheenllc.com, and watch some of my videos. I always talk about my life's experiences and different things about myself. I'm an open book because I don't have secrets. There's nothing that I've been through or that I've done that I'm ashamed of. And you know why? Because everything that I went through and everything that I did built me to be the woman that I am today. And had me never had those experiences, I wouldn't have the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that I've been blessed to gain. I still have a lot more to gain, but sure, hell, not like I from back where I used to be at. I have greatly evolved. Ah, woo! I tell you, in my Melissa Rose voice, Hunty may have evolved. You hear me? But that's what a lot of melanin people do. They have that kind of attitude and mentality because you're not well known and you're not popular. They don't want to support you because their friends don't know you. Nobody never heard. People never heard. Well, don't you know everybody get to be known because other people spread the word and tell them about that person, and then that person become viral. They become a sensation. They become a star. That's how they get on a major scale. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, without further ado, guys, I just really don't. I really need us as melanin people, though. I mean, like really collectively, we really need to be working together because if we do not work together, these plots. Look at the police departments. Why you think they constantly? I put the case with George Floyd. It is really a open and closed case, but because these powers that be, they don't want to be the ones to make the decision. They want to make the citizens make that decision so they can have their conscience clear because they really don't want to see justice for this man because they're racist too. So they are not on George Floyd's side. They're on the opposite side. So it's easy to just let's turn this over to the citizens and let them, the juror, and let them make the decision. That way we don't have to make the decision ourselves. That's what really, to me, what juries are for, because you got racist judges that know that they see the same evidence that the jurors are seeing. They actually see more information and more evidence. And some of these judges won't even allow the jurors to see a lot of, very important and permanent information, imperative information. That's why you got innocent people sitting in jail and in prisons now because these racist ass judges and biased judges and these evil, mean, just wicked judges don't want won't allow all of the evidence to be presented that could convict a person who is actually guilty and exonerate a person who is completely innocent. Hi. Oh, I could go on and on. I'm just upset right now because we should keep going through this, especially 2021, with all of the technology, all of the resources, all of the advantages that we have right before us. We can vote these people out. Your attorney general is not doing right, vote his ass out. The sheriff of the police department is doing right, vote his ass out. Even with their unions and stuff like that, our tax dollars pay for them. We have to say so as well. They don't just get to say and put with whoever they want to put in office, and we just have to deal with it, tolerate it. No, we have a voice, and we need to use it to support ourselves and defend ourselves instead of using it to tear each other down for absolutely no damn reason. I don't like how she look. Oh, I don't like what he wear. I don't like. Uh, y'all worrying about the wrong stuff. Like, what the hell? Shut it up. Like, anyhow, Alan Weaver, look him up. He's under investigation. Um, now he's trying to blame, as usual. That's where a lot of narcissistic racists are. One thing about a lot of racists, they're scared to go to jail. It's just like a punk. Like a lot of these criminals, these little punks, they scared to go to jail. They like to commit the crime, but they scared to do the time. You know, so he's alleging that this former employee named Dylan Hester is the one um, who actually said that in that no, what he said that Dylan Hester altered the audio to make it sound like him. But you know that 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 you have to think about how much effort that takes, and not only that, they're seizing Dylan's um equipment too to make sure that he didn't. They haven't found anything to substantiate Weaver's claim of Dylan Hester altering the audio to make it sound like him, meaning it sound like Weaver. There's no merit in it at all. So now he just has to deal with whatever comes. Um, he decided that he wanted to be racist, and I'm trying to see. Yeah. So this lady. Okay, so what Hester did, Dylan Hester, he actually asked a friend that he know from high school who's a community activist to post the audio on her Facebook page. And she did, and it had over 200 shares and over 100 comments and stuff. And they're disgusted about it because they're just like, they're like, if it. Let me tell you, even a lot of racist people, even or I wouldn't even say racist, because just because you may not want to marry somebody other than your group or nationality doesn't make you racist. Okay, everybody have preferences, but they even know that we as melanin people, our dollars matter. They know it, because this is the thing. I peeped this because it wasn't because it's morally wrong. That wasn't the first thing that this person stated that I think it's important because this man receives money. Okay, this is what they said. They acknowledged. This is what I tell you. Racist people will just tolerate you for money because she said it. I think it was important because this man receives money from black people every day. And I'm sure it would be different if they knew how he really felt about us. And Esther obviously must be a black woman because she says us. Um, Amazon, that's the name of the lady. That's her last name, Edmondson. Said when asked for a comment by the Lagrange, the police department, I guess that's what it is. What's LDN? I'm not sure what the LDN is because I'm trying to see. Like, because I'm kind of strolling over a little bit. I know I have to do with something. Maybe it's Lagrange. Maybe it's the Lagrange Daily News. That's what I think LDN means. Um, how are we good enough to take money from, but not good enough for America? I don't know why melanated people. Please stop asking that question. Stop asking this question because you already know the answer to it. We have for the longest time been used for to build wealth for other people. The difference is we can't be forced into um, slavery and manual labor without pay, or even forced with pay to build their to help them gain their wealth. And that's why a lot of them like to hire, especially farmers. You know, agriculture with the big lands, they have all of these fruits and vegetation stuff. That's why a lot of them like to hire immigrants because you can hire immigrants, which I actually want to do, not because I have a farm or anything. I do not, but to help bring some of the people out of their situation. Have some work because even I'm going. Of course, I'm start home first, but there are people I can still hire people from other countries on their visa or something like that, a work program because this is what some countries, what people in some nations and countries go through is just shameful. Their government is sick. Our government is sick too, but not to the extent that they are. They on another level. Like dang, they have absolutely no compassion for these people. I on another level. I mean, dang, I don't even I think all governments are just corrupt like that. They're just evil. But if you guys go to Lagrange News, so that's what LD N is, Lagrange Daily News. But the website is lagrangenews.com. You go to their website and you can actually read the article that they wrote up about this idiot, this racist, and but many people, we already know that we have always been subjected to and targeted um, for building and making every other group wealthy and rich except our own. So that's why me personally, I do primarily support melanin people as much as possible businesses, not because I'm discriminative or anything, but because we have been given such a disadvantage um, with over 500 years, over 5 centuries, 6 centuries off the gate. We've been given great injustices from the get go. So knowing that we have so much to catch up on, that's why we don't even have manufacturers. We don't well we can't even produce our own cars, even though we could design and engineer them for other companies, major companies that are not owned by us, owned by British or Middle Easterns or Asian group of people, owned by every other ethnicity and group of people except us. So we have such a disadvantage because of the forced economical, systemic economical, and financial disproportioning systems that were set in place to give us disadvantages. And just remember, especially as a melanin woman, y'all remember we couldn't even as melanin women vote until the 1960s. Even a little after that, I think it was a little after, it was like in the middle, if I'm not mistaken, of the 1960s. We weren't even allowed to vote. The melanin men could vote, but we couldn't vote. Even we couldn't even work in certain jobs and stuff like that, especially in a bank or a receptionist. Please, we could be a housekeeper all day long, though. We could go and cook for master all day long. Yeah, we go pick the cotton, go clean out the barnyard all day long, all day. We could do that with no worries, right? But having jobs like in the law firm, being partners at a major, prominent, well-renowned law firm establishment. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. Even still today, you don't find too many melanin people, male or female, that are partners with major law firms or major banks and corporations. We may work with them and for them. We may have some, there may be some of us as CEOs, senior executives, but it's not nearly enough. I mean, it's nowhere near. It's almost like it's non existing because when it comes to the numbers of this group versus that group, you would see that we are way down here. Like it's like you got to get some bifocals to see. Like, damn, where you at? Where the hell you at? Oh, there you go, right there. Okay. So yeah, but you guys, just give me your feedback. Let me know what you think, and make sure you guys tune in. I'm trying to do this tomorrow morning, but if you guys would like an interview, I do interviews. You guys let me know. Hit me up www.cheenllc.com. Get your interviews. If you also would like to get your press kit, if you need a press kit, let me know as well. Make sure you guys get your ads too. Look, hey, get your live stream ad slots on a platform with celebrity followers, big rated speakers, business gurus, and more. Go to www.zheenllc.com/services to learn more. Thank you so very much for your support, and don't hesitate, get your slots today. Yes, guys. But yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and book me now. I mean, like, y'all better book me before I start getting busy because I want to start back having my events and stuff. I'm gonna start doing events and things, hosting my own events, and I'm gonna get busy. So when I start getting busy, when the demands are higher, guess what happens? Prices get higher. So with that stated, you guys go ahead and make sure y'all go ahead and book me now. I have one of my dear friends. She said it's just so y'all better buy from me now while you can afford me before my prices go up. That's funny because it's true. Because when your demands get more, that's why like you have your local celebrities. They have their fee, but once they get mainstream, they have to charge a different fee because they have people they have to pay. They have attorneys they have to pay. They have PRs they have to pay. They have all these groups of people that they have to pay. Accountants and stuff. So their expenses go up. So therefore, their prices have to go up. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything. I'm a very person. I don't believe in that arrogantness. I don't like arrogant people. I be want to slap them and just drop kick them right in their nose. Yeah. But anyway, God bless, one love, peace, and thanks for watching. I'm out like a light. You guys take care.